Keta Port project is expected to be Ghana's third port platform after those of Tema and Takoradi. The port aims at offering jobs and opportunities for the industry. The Director General of the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, Michael Luguji, during a visit to the project site by the governing board and leadership of the authority in August 2019, announced that physical work was expected to commence in August 2020. Additionally, the board chairman Peter McMahon assured that the signing of the executive instrument had been done by the president, paving way for the work on the port to begin in earnest. But the site meant for the project is virtually bare, with only a project office constructed. During a tour of the project site, the Member of Parliament for Keta, Kwame Jujoli Gakpe, bemoaned the lack of commitment on the part of the government towards the construction of the facility.
You have the signpost and then 3 40-footer container right here. You are seeing there is no port in Keta, and this is the issue we are talking about. And somebody is appointed as a director of port for Keta, drawing salary, and they have almost a staff strength of 33. I mean, this is unbelievable. So, to be simple and short, there is no port in Keta. When he asks them, they will continue to say feasibility studies. I don't know how long the feasibility study will be taking. So, for me, there is no port in Keta. You can see evidence is here for you to see. And here we are. 2021 ended successfully. 2022 ended. We are in 2023. But I'm challenging everybody, including the government. These ports, the government is not interested in this port. They are just playing on the minds of people of Keta. Meaning they are not committed to establish the ports, because if really they are committed, we should have been seeing. Last year, the Minister of Transport was here to cut short for construction of the offices. Here we are. These are the 40-footer container you are seeing here as the offices. So when is the project going to take off? It will open up the whole place in terms of hospitality industry, in terms of livelihood of the people, in terms of the indigenous, because people, or if they are ships, I mean the youth will be empowered, and then there are certain skills that there will be transfer of skills to the people. So these are all benefits in to the constituency.
During a debate on the floor of Parliament ahead of the approval of the budget estimate for the Transport Ministry, the sector minister, Kweku Ofori-Esiama, assured that work would commence on the project by the first quarter of this year.
What we did was to go through the whole processes, and we are filled with the feasibility studies, which came out and said that the project was viable, and that government needed to do certain aspects, while the private sector also does certain aspects. And Mr. Speaker, I made it point out to them that government had made an initial provision of about $5 million for the administrative block. Even yesterday, GPHA, together with the traditional leaders, were in Keta trying to identify a land, which indeed they have identified. So I want to assure the House by the first quarter of next year, because we are going through the procurement processes for government to build that administrative building, which by the first quarter of next year, and I want to be on record, that by the first quarter of next year, we will start the construction of the administrative building, concentrate in the building of the jetty and the breakwater.
For about 1,000 residents within the Keta constituency, some of whom were victims of the recent tidal waves and school dropouts, the Member of Parliament for the area, Kwame Jujoli Gakpe, has enrolled them onto respective apprenticeship programs for an improved livelihoods and offered sewing machines to boost their skills acquisition.
Some they finished JSS, some are school dropouts, and some they even got married, but things are not moving on well, so they are not doing anything. For this program to come to our town is very interesting, because most of them, money is now an issue. Some they have the willing to go and learn, but no one to support them. So as soon as our honorable brought this program, they were willing to learn something for themselves.
Like looking at the things right now, you have to do something first before if you go to school you go. So like I decided, let me just do this. In case I have the opportunity, then I'll just continue and I'll go to school. He did a great job here, because today we are here because he's coming to sign the agreement for us. So he did a very great job.
Some from private sources in terms of my businesses. Some are from common fund, and then look at the machine that I have donated. We procured 350 pieces of machine, but we appealed to Togbi Afede during the tidal wave disaster. So I promised Toby I will use the 100,000 Ghana cedi he donated he donated 100,000 each to each of the MP, the 3 MPs, and then Honorable Sepa used his own for light as well as apprenticeship program. And I told Toby that we're using part of it to procure sewing machines for disaster communities. So we procure 100 pieces of the sewing machine.
The MP has also facilitated the construction of a 4-unit kindergarten block for the Anglo Afiada Yingba Basic School to enhance academic activities.
In fact, as it has started, it will help the school to have more pupils. Yeah, that is enrollment drive. Yeah, because the classrooms are attractive. There are learning and teaching materials for the pupils to use. We went to host several times for this, but nothing was done until our Honorable Jujoli Gakpe came to power and the green light showed.